How's it going, neighbors? This is Ed here with eTrailer.com, and we're taking a look at our Saris MHS on the back of the 2023 Thor Challenger. So the MHS is a wheel-mounted carrier, and so what that does for you, it actually secures your bike without making any contact to your frame. You have two cradles that are going to ratchet down over your wheels, and you have a single strap that holds your rear wheel in place. There's also a built-in chalk to help secure your bike. So overall, if you have a type of bike like I would say maybe a step-through bike or a carbon fiber frame bike, a carrier like this would be the best option for you due to the fact that it makes no contact. So as you see, we're super close on the outside cradle, and I wouldn't think it would be possible for most cases to fit a second bike in and still clear the vehicle, because I would say we're maybe about 6 inches away from there with our bike, and that would vary depending on the bike you're carrying. We're actually at 5.5 inches away. So that's, super close. So in the case on this vehicle, this would definitely be a single bike carrier. I would only suggest using this guy if you're gonna use a hitch extender because of how close your bike comes to your vehicle. So let's take a closer look at our carrier. We're gonna remove it from here. Essentially what I do, I usually leave my contact points, my main contacts on while I release the strap to help stabilize the carrier and work as a second set of hands for me. Kind of try to tuck it out my way. That's good enough. I'm gonna grab my gray handle here and squeeze. You're gonna hear a click, and that's gonna allow me to release the hold on my wheel mount and do the same on the rear. Now I grab my bike by the front fork and the rear part of the frame and take this guy off. As I flip up right here, we're gonna notice that our bike carrier can support between 29 and 20 inches by making a tool-free adjustment here down your cradle. So that's gonna allow you to use a wider range of different types of bikes. You also have a front wheel chalk. This is specific as far as the orientation of your bike. So it will only go, the front will only go on this side, same way for that guy with your chalk. And there's an included cable lock that's also included on your carrier as well. I usually take my strap for my back wheel and just tuck it in here to keep it out the way, and then give my handle a squeeze, fold in the other side. Now the MHS does have a fold-up feature, and it's kind of handy if you use this with like an SUV or car, but on the Challenger, it's not gonna fit. The hitch is recessed in, and the ladder sticks out just enough to keep it where it wouldn't prop up. You can tilt it down, but that does nothing for you at all. Even if you still had your bike on, you really wouldn't have clear access to your ladder here. Maybe if you had a bike on, you could tilt to get to your fuel tank, but in general, the tilt and raise feature on this really wouldn't serve you much use on the Challenger. So let's get a couple measurements to see how close we are to the vehicle. So let's see here. We are about 4 inches from the receiver, and I would say as far as your rise, you stay about the same here due to the fact that you have a 5-inch rise on the MHS, and your ground clearance is right at 21 inches. Being on a larger RV like this, ground clearance isn't always going to be the biggest obstacle with the bike carrier, but it is something to be aware of because it's on the back of your vehicle. So overall, the MHS is a solid bike carrier. I mean, it gives you an 80-pound weight capacity per bike. It can support up to 53 inches on your wheelbase, and also your fat tire bike's up to 5 inches. If I have to point out cons for it, especially on the Challenger, is you're not really gonna be able to take advantage of the full potential just based on the width of it and the clearance from the back. You're only gonna be able to carry one bike, and you're not gonna take advantage of any of the tilt or add-on features, honestly. If you have a separate vehicle, maybe it would be a good mix if you already want to use that one on your Challenger, but there are other bike carriers that are out there that are similar, like the Rocky Mounts Afterparty, giving you a tilt-out feature that allows you to get a little bit more clearance, but you'd probably still just be stuck with one bike with this particular setup. Well, this has been a look at the Saris MHS on the back of the 2023 Thor Challenger. Have a great day.